Penny Kofi Boache ne mpanifo ni nyinaa sɛ mu chia peace tiefo ne diti tru wankasa omu
major mo so papa
ye nyinaa ye ho ye gidi sɛ mo so mo ho ye ofi kɛse mu ha
na me adominti ye ho ye pa ye ma akwa abanso
ye nua
Alexander Kwesi Akwa eye mrahye benjeni ema oda wasanso ye deputy health minister na agazi
Chama General
Maje
ejusu mini openi
boko de
onyame adumo
na mpacho divine selection
akaye
na mpacho usi bi no de ka ho se na oye chairman general producer de
I don't want to be betting no man fan to see so keko
o kan be
hey chama do wa ye hu
ye da nyame ase na boko de
chama boko na no pay medinchi akase efi achim oda constituency achim Kokrokoo traditional area nanom ne mpanifo nyina se beba minchia
ye jomoso
me boss Dr. Bernard Okuboy honorable the incoming
MP
for Kokrokoo constituency se minchia
ka je se mehwehwe no
oh na me ka kire no
mehwehwe more than
boy
me serious
boy juma pa dia na but me ka kire no na wa ba be hunu na bi o hobia ro de manua the akachire ye be di akire president said I want you to go and assist Dr. Okuboy and he assisted pa
anyone assisting no
he's a great guy. It's a great guy. We did in Parliament.
And I'm assuming here no them. Whilst you need him in Parliament on January 6, 7, 2020, we need him on the Kokrokoo.
Oh, he'll be here. He'll be here.
He'll be here no Parliament.
He'll be here. Kwame Adepe, me classmate be or they Janet Oredu, Mrs. Janet Oredu. Yeah, friend Janet a free year.
Okay.
Within the birthday.
Ni drink one.
Na. Or tell me ba no say honorable Mr. Drew I wish me happy birthday no be unse minimum. Interesting.
Mrs. Janet Oredu. Yeah man no.
Alias Janet a free year.
Janet a free year. Oh okay.
That's good for be.
That's good for you. Trouble people.
Yahunyo.
Agasi.
Come.
Say yes Airbus asem na bury.
Abawie.
Sani yes here.
I feel quite a good chance. Also Jodigi no one you be or sing to be.
Jodigi.
I feel a good chance.
Agrobembium. Because Otienia special prosecutor na ora akwasipita ekanya. Me hear some of the headlines on the page. Ghanaian publishers say Mahama is government official 1. Ajabin upholds Amidu's Airbus report. Any Ghanaian publisher. Daily Graphic. Airbus scandal. OSP clears Mahama. Ushe Daily Guide. £5 million Airbus scandal. Mahama is government official 1. SP meaning special prosecutor. Chronicle. Airbus scandal. Government official is Mahama, but OSP exonerates him. Insight. Airbus saga. Special prosecutor's report declares Mahama, brother, squeaky clean. New crusading guide. New weekend crusading guide. OSP identifies Mahama as government official 1 in Airbus scandal. I know our new crusading guide. And Daily Dispatch. Top elected officials should not meddle in commercial transactions. OSP on Mahama's role in Airbus deal. Daily Post. Airbus scandal. Mahama is clean. Matter closed. Special prosecutor declares. And no anarame eka says yatum. Daily Post now. Mahama is a man of integrity. We're satisfied with OSP ruling on Airbus scandal. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari in the same way. Ghanaian Times last paper Airbus scandal. Mahama others did no wrong. OSP finds no evidence to support allegation after 4-year investigations. Yamutu, case closed.
Chairman General.
Akwesi General.
Memfa inchakesi ma ahwefo no betiefo nyina na Ghana ma etie me.
Yeah, Joso.
Chairman, me kaya OSP dwumadie no anase dipa otia konyem se OSP no. Oye prosecutor. Special prosecutor. Onye judge.
There
enti no ontimi clear nipa se onye boni bia uhwembra a set up OSP noa ne de ne se onye investigations na
onye hwehwem
oti corruption bi nka oti dwurum ne katasese bi nka ebo efa ne hwena no kakra mpo a wo mrem embeye hwehwemu da fei onya bibi eye nyina so a na onfa nkodan court OSP aye hwehwemu ahudo bebre a dodo no a odi call court no ebi wo hono mu a court agbagu amemre bi mpo ono aye press conference ebe expressing the frustration say judicial ne mo ano na wa ye hwehwemu awia for say owo evidence say dipa we die jurum ne katasese bi wo ho nti yen hwem yen fa nko gina se ne bia ne ni na asem no court so eye hwehwemu a omu jai asem no hono na koto sanyum se ayi
ankwanoma eno kwa na me be sign off ne
ya no agba ama no so enti ya yina be gia tum se OSP na dwumadie na nkasa ne se wonye hwemu mfa dipa nko gina asem ni bia asemi ye Airbus asemi ye da hoi efi baabi na ba du baabi o kwabe na de na haye nyina ne hwanya ne GO1
government official 1
GO1 government official 1 asemi ba ya bo government official 1 so abo ye nhunu ni pano ene mi OSP dwumadi a waye ne hwehwemu a waye ode abetu dwa nyina de e me den se wagire ne ho wa ma ye hunu government official 1 na ye misa se amanone court a etna asasemi so na womutu obi din government official 1 no edie no muka fa government official 1 ho edie asem no muka fa government official 1 eno no ye court of competent jurisdiction broni kasa no akamemu de be kasa eye asem ni bia ya tum se we ya se ni bia odi asem a na asem a wodie no ya gitum sa sembe no mom kafa GO1 ho government official 1 ho edo ni asem a ehia yen etimi no OSP obi nkyere ne se de oyena dwuma the scope of work senior broni canon senior oyena dwuma fa no ne ade nyina no ono ano hyehye na ade ni scope no wase wa yama wahunu se nipa oye GO1 no ene yewura mahama waboni din se yewura mahama ni GO1 government official 1 nemo modo de hwe ye no oni bibia ye nyina so se na ne ho bon sa asem dem
o se enyasa o se enyina so bia ni ho se oye dream oje ademudie keta se shebia emfa na ho na sa no okano
na me ke se asem no me se ne ho mo asem nim ne hu asem no mu bio but emmo asem nim ade bon asem nim ne corruption ne kata hye na nti we na firi mu se onya nyina so bia
exactly
OSP onya nyina so court no a edi asem na ma GO1 edi beto di ebeto dwado court no ka asan eno na me pese ye hwehwem ye di kan medical establish say OSP no onye judge onye obi a wokase asemi ehun nia nyina so bi edimu an ye mongu a na eno ano no obi fufo timi tam asem no ekọ eye nhwehwemu nye to so mienu ye wura mahama ne onya akwantena akonya so as vice president sa tumedie ni ma na hoden na ma no ekutumi ede ne ho je sa asemi mu na eba ye na ene nasem ede dwane ade no ene wono ano se wo mra ne nsanto aba ma no nyama mpani bio chaba jena de ma rehwo ne se ene abrofo no motena se di asem no na mogitu mu se asem bi wo hodo ma efa government official wa ho no edien eni ben no ne be Ghana
na se omo akamasem ana yeso ye special prosecutor akoyen hwehwem ana osi ne hwehwem no ewom se no krese government official one ayora John Mahama na mum dream ketasehye bribe je prohibia enim eno
eti quarter 7 no mo kai ne mungu omo ye sa omo bo ho ban se sebe utumi dia ukura de upeni die nti ye mmo wudin eti omo di din ni te se government official one ya ka ye nya obi ya oni apose asa government official one ya wo mu ekei eyemia empani ka sa se kutie bia nim niwra ye ka sam no nim se mia me ho asam ne ekei wana ne ho adi anka se ye mia ena OSP aye hwehwemu ena se eyonoa ena afei wa piem aka se enso mehwe ye no dream ne kata se bia ankoso na edie na court ni di kankae
no se dey
Kwame government official one ne hu bon sa asemu Airbus asemu enti yewra kiche jabe odi really no buy I was the press conference nim there be
me ni me no
there be enti die enimu a ema ye hu no se yewra GO1 hu bon asemu no no ehwa na me de begina o de minim no ano no de da hia me eni se hwan ni GO1 no
na eno no de yedin
because sabe GO1 ye ka government official one dia na ndie na wo pa kire se eye pani bi a wodi mu e wa ban ni mu ye man so ye kikire man no ama nipa nyina ehunu se oman no yeso ye di mu ye kwanim ye mpanifo no katahye ne proye bia eni o mafa because ye na ye aspa ye di so ade ehunu se ye bekosoro ne ye mpani ewo oman ni mu eti se ye prince ye beko animu a eni kwase ye ma oman no eye katahye ene proye eman ne ka se ye mpanifo no ye ma mo kwan mu begina bia so na omo begina pempenso bi a omo otumi so betimi de aide omo be ya na omo de ye dwurim ene katahye ebasa no a ye no ma ye prince ye beko animu nyina no sabi obi beka se won so dwurim ene katahye nti na won so okom bi ene OSP say government official one any Yebra Mahama or pray abase yensan to abaman biom mami sa Airbus asemi ya ena Yebra Professor Mills eti committee say ya investigate beboa
me nya sure say we are but anyway tozo
enwa because abre no na we bi koso ewo Airbus asemi mu enti no na owo say wo hwe na hwe say ne ho betimi asan ya committee no Wete sam yante hwe bio Yewra Matiamidu e de sasemi tuja sabre no ya attorney general enti o de sasemi tuja enti sabe mampani a otia konwa so na wakase munte agiratukuo emfa nhwehwe ensem bi akoso a ebi fa me vice president ho na chese mampani no eniema mienu na opa ye Yewra Mills na opese de edikan say eyampa se hwenhwen no matere no efa Yewra Mahama ho eyampa de a monto monye hwehwemu na monsa ne ti mame because begini di ana se monye hwehwemu na mi hu se mempe proye ne katahye bia mempe de mazen mempe de obi ba fasika nti mawaye won hwehwem won momoza hwehwe de ba asem mam na munhu no kwar bebe oda na ye hu se ne ye de asem ne beto enso ye wi akire no committee no adwuma no ankoso edie na Yewra Mills anase committee members ni hu ye ntia wo twa asem no so anti enne no ye nim se ye te committee se ye mfa ye sa hwehwemu num nenso ye hu no committee no Yewra Matiamidu asem okan nie te na enye nwanwa se wi edu akire no na hu bi koso se Yewra Mahama ene Yewra Professor Mills no montamo ngo enye nwanwa
ene
Because one say President Mua Bekase Yenti Committee and for investigate the Vice President.
But say yes say asem no etwa.
Kwame asem no ntwa. Enti mi ntwa.
Ade ne ntwa.
Me no hu government official one no enko ade afei na asem no be hyase.
Ade asem na be hyase.
Me pese me bisa say government official one no court na ebu asem a wo muto obi din government official one no e de na mo ka fa government official one. Yewra first say Kwesi Ajaben say
Kisi Ajaben.
Kisi Ajaben what say woni nyina so bia say jurum ne kata se bia ekoso nenso recommendation ba ko kan ne say that be
and patcho quick one Professor Mills according to Martinami in your kind about investigating the vice president na enye way enye this particular Airbus na Embraer plane bia na say to our Brazil.
Okay,
into two different issues,
different things, but at least there has been a cause for investigation. I no they investigate
and ura Martinamidu on the can say ura Penny John Mahama a government official one. Yes, I'm just for clarity.
That's fine. That's fine. Into they said there's been two different aircraft cases. Meboa
Sani yenim.
Ni nyina no yewura Mahama ehunwom abaako Professor Mills Ebo Modiati committee.
According to Ura Martinamidu.
Aha. And that way so Abeka Hua ya clear to say government official one no. Ono na eyo nidin ono Yera Mahama na na government official one. I mean say Yera Kisi Abeka say ya clear no a ana say asem bi eni ho no mo a me menti ase nti na make say afei na asem na hyase ama me. Say mi ankasa so me ba ba e me hwehwemu. Na mahe near court no ka fa GO1 ho Yewura Kisi Ajaben mi jinidi wa ye adwuma ene de ye bo Yewura Kisi Ajaben abaso ana maka se emri bebre wa ye hwehwemu e de akọ court anka o se odi nipa no ekwako gina sani court ne hwemu no na che se asem no eni nyina so nti ombogui a eno no eye fact wo ho 87 Yefano as prosecutor, Yemfano as judge. It is a wetimia yeshwemu na se nyamia daroma wama yehunu GO1 nipa oya yada nyamia se me emede sende
adenti na mobeji atum se GO1 no according to Kisi Ajaben John Dramani Mahama
because ni suspecting
good but ono anhwem che se wanye hwe ana no ho de unyini
ena me ka se ono ne dia ne se onye hwehwemu mfa asem no nkwa asem ni onye hwehwemu
ana also ne hwehwemu che se hwini ho a obe
enti no this information okra no enye primary chema so to say
metie
the information na okra no enye primary information enye primary source
okoji ne baby enti saa de baby na okoji ye no wo mo nso di asem na wo mo aka afa GO1 ho eno ena make say efi nari kwei afei na asem no be sha ase na ya san hwehwemu no na ya hunu bebi asem ni na afei Yera Mahama ne ho be san ya ne ho asan kura na sabri die ne ho asan ana de bi na aka
I mean na maka say Yera prosecutor
prosecutor
oye prosecutor onye judge as a prosecutor no o si sha asem na de akọ so prosecutor ka say me to a case this one and say case ni ho it made the eme then say wabo mo de abo Ghana for na ya identify say Yera Mahama and GO1 it no say court of competent jurisdiction e ka say ensem wo ho nyina yi GO1 no Yera Mahama I am pass fact cry any evidence a Yera prosecutor say or a special prosecutor so onya any ade nyina no kire say ne hu ni asem a begia to. But at this point dear yada Yera Kisi Ajaben say waboa ne ehunu GO1 nipa no a oyo.
Now prof is it not interesting say Akwesi Ajia to me say part yes GO1 there but part yes say yes ne hu so ne dey be onjin to
yeah because onye judge so ye judge no kan ya judge asam there o kan ya final but the din is special prosecutor prosecutors they also send some the court.
Yeah.
And the prosecutor says some me fan court and just some new.
Obi say Embraer, Airbus, all the smell of JM. Why?
Aha, no ni say me yo.
Akin to guinea fowls and Kokrokoo and they all fly. JM plane and then takramwa pa bibia etu you but we so say okay, this is a bit too long, but I'll see. If no bribes were paid to any public official, then what was the point of the deferred prosecution agreement in the UK and the settlement agreement in the US? Bribes are paid to public officials, not private businessmen. If one individual was not involved, the monies paid would have been described as commissions, not bribes. If the special prosecutor failed to find any evidence of bribes taken by public officials, then he did a poor job. No one, especially GO1 individual 1, will admit to taking a bribe as a public officer, whether as a human being or as John Mahama. It would have been better for Kisi Ajabeng to remain silent on this matter than to expose his office to widespread rumors. Some of Brian Boabing rumors. Chairman General, in fact, many Ghanaians are scandalized. Is a special prosecutor saying that all that were said by the UK and US justice systems about GO1 were false? Former President Mahama himself knew that what was said about GO1 was damaging. That's why he denied being GO1. I wish the findings by the SP will land in court. Francis Brakwa in Kumasi. NPP can take OSP to court if they wish. There's also Dr. Baumia and his brother's conflict of interest. Akilu Fantiakwa Begro. Odeshi Chairman General, if the OSP could not identify government official 1, it does not mean one does not exist. The question is, why are we pointing at the former president? Odeshi Ajabeng Ihacho, the OSP has identified that the person referred to as government official 1 is indeed former President Mahama. The OSP exonerates Mahama, government official 1, from any wrongdoing. Who was government official 1? What did the government official 1? What crime did he commit? Why did the OSP offer pieces of advice to government official 1? Does someone who has not committed a crime deserve advice? K. Kusi Edrisu Besia say, Chairman General, I think there's something fishy going on. A word to the wise is enough. Gastiman in Brekum. This one says, we all know the scope of work and jurisprudence of the OSP. He's done his work. But to borrow a rather uncanny phrase, it doesn't lie in his mouth to determine who's culpable or complicit. However, as a Ghanaian, this isn't anything to gloat over and overly politicize. It goes on and on. It says, I may be MPP by Ghana First, Donald, MOBA 2001. Chairman General, any message to OSP, Kwadwo Edupako Achim Esium. I can't say much about this OSP's clearance, but just to ask the NDC to accept and respect state institutions. It is very sad when you hear them bastardize our courts and other venerable state institutions. Kwesi Reynolds, Aguna Odobing, Lamte King Rashid, Temagol City. Chairman General, were there procurement breaches? Is procurement breaches not a crime? Per the OSP's own report, where JDM was involved in procurement breaches. So the question I keep asking, is a procurement breach a crime? What is the special prosecutor saying? I find this work incompetent, ridiculous, and lazy by the state prosecutor. K. Inkokumlemle sends that one. Prof.
Yes, sir.
Pacho Rembi Nemonkomo.
Good. Chairman General, me da se pa.
Me so me da se.
Yeah, me de as a student of law, me interested wo mre mu de. Ya na nsem bi se free ebra adwoso ba. Ya na ye me de pa because ma adwene mu de yete ho aso ye nte ho aso ye se yetimi ma mra ye adwuma.
Yeah.
Enti no free mra adwoso ne ba ye. The office of the special prosecutor is a legal office. Obia o ye adwuma ho, especially in your dano no. Is supposed to have some level of legal knowledge and appreciation of senior SM Niamako Mrakwanso. Na menu akwesi my name na o kase o ya tra ne hye because sabi omuno mu amra hye bedwam omuno mu hye office of the special prosecutor mra no na yenso a omu wie ye de ba me ye kan ye ne ye hu wo mba bia se owo sa declarative power no statistics can so say o person ye declaration be say therefore this statement that final therefore this consequential order na effect o person make that statement na say ultimately satisfy a lot of conditions. Now what the capacity to make that at the nunti momu ye mra ne say brakisi you have outstepped your by declaring and I say by trying to I say wo bu asem no momu hye mra no ba ko na test studio say wo ya tra wo hye say so watch it adi no wo de ye hwehwe mu fa beto ho
na nya ne hwehwe mu na no aye de abeto ho no
but to say therefore this is exonerated and I say we ni hu ni accept sa conclusion ye ndro ne kwa obra kwa me just obi owo to me to conclude. In fact meaning Dr. Bia or a specialist in kidney
okay
say ohun ade foforo kwa na bia fa respiratory hu then there's also called medical school bia but to need the authority to pronounce on respiratory I tell you or catch yourself as I go to a specialist of ade need your kidney while pronouncing the judgment on that respiratory in the also go hu maybe Professor Igan and you know or push you enti mestre me first advice ne say senior OSP show mre no mu ye woni authority to pronounce I am pronounce it. Present your findings and leave the conclusions to court. But to stand on and say because of that we has committed no crime or you see no crime or then that statement them
mankind from graphic so therefore now kind or say therefore it seems that Samuel Adams Mahama or Samuel Adam Mahama or Samuel Foster's Airbus intermediary role at the time his brother served as the vice president of Ghana was a case of luckless coincidence that attracted the disapproval of the UK and US authorities.
Chairman General, so statement no the reserve of judges after
when it seems
it seems and then even the courts are allowed to use the it seems because of course they know say for every conclusion there may be other factors that was not considered in that case. No case can consider all the factors possible. And even judicial statements sometimes they make it look quite probable even though they will give consequential orders because of this A, B, C has been meted to you. And my first observation no senior omom hye mrane kan senior yenso yetinchen etie no because the main fa honey the conclusions he drew but
in the past wasn't your government official one ma ora Martinamidu a special prosecutor I think it was denied right
it has been so any first person or disclosing who government official one is
yes.
Okay
because nke kuti yanim ni rei ye ka government official one be ya mfie na ya hwehwe nanka me yewra akasa me amini o
ba me se mra ora Martinamidu di kan yo. Anyway, I'll cross check.
Good. My first observation here, the legal breach. Now I'm say, or why you be beyond the scope. Scientist answer, he knows better. Maybe when he gets the next opportunity, he can correct some of these things we think. Number two, me feel say, and also, emremuno, en shada nyefe because I mean the little law we have been taught, you know. Na yes say, and penny for a child, dear, in person will be in say. Obesi jinaye bia judicial decisions a key.
Okay.
Ratio decidendi.
Lloyd de Usia.
Oh, Chairman General, you say a very key. And so kind of statement or you release in Ranwa or no did not want to rely on judicial decision. Muna moya lawyer for muna mochre ya de na mo say for conclusions to be drawn no. Judicial decisions, previous decisions on that matter or related matter or similar matter, a key. But enrana ye tie ya or no didn't want to rely on okay asia or say therefore I have not relied on the judicial decisions from the US and the UK as proof of culpability, especially when the said decision involved only Airbus and had no bearing or whatsoever on former President Mahama or other persons interested in the investigation. Yeah, that I found quite strange. It's different from the Muchere no senior. Because you say that decisions made by judges of the court relies heavily on previous decisions.
So as at November 2020, 4 years ago, Martin Amidou Lituja said government official one a year opinion John Mahama.
Okay.
Because now we see because the first time, but Martin Amidou actually mentioned it in November 2020.
But they have always denied.
Anyway.
Good.
Prof. Charles.
My second observation, no, legal breach never first and second one. I think say Mbabechim Kakrama or he will not rely on judicial decision. For me, I find that quite strange. It's strange. And at the third point, I'm say me chena junisi so no ye minim say whether fiti neko say ne bia in previous adini courts ne de ye no a e de ankwano ba any nema nema bi nti afidie onu abe any rulings on the office ho ana on court to be on court to be ana. Oh, it's because I say otimi yet say bia o wo ni nyina so I saw the same way court. And you move from your office there won't pursue the same way be. That would have been a better conclusion than to close the case in your own capacity. Nti ebia fiti na economy nim senior say o be di nsem ni nyina ho no mo na close case no be clear ni nyina ho because the clearance will be done by a court properly constituted, but it looks like we are ko ba akumienu bia we nya favorable judgment ni nti fiti na economy dey say ne or the bad na mo be dey tia no afa me ono abe closing the case o nti senior, these are just three observations per media me hu where ni mo I think say mo na mo yempen for mo na mo ni mra no. Should we not put premium on judicial decisions again? And then number two, say can you go beyond that scope of your law that established your office? And then the third one, will you still be going to court? Because it looks like you are starting to end cases in your office instead of preparing the case, send it to court. And then when you're interested, I know I said you want to discontinue it because why establish any cause for further? The BBC would have informed me better. But Chairman, assembly nyina say. And I'm happy personally. Media manager say sebe ye nyina ye man panin ni mpanimfo om da ya no no ebeba say omuhu esane. But nia me pese ye establish ne say asem no enhye da mfa Ghana ho saa. Enti Ghana enhye da ni conclusion right no. Abrofo bi nyesa anka ye nim ho hwe. Abrofo bi na say omu di omu mamumra ye adwuma. Enti omahwe nyuma kuo na omu ne amanfo di dwa no omu ye scout firm no na emu baako aye nema bi a emfa kwa mu fo se omu bu mra so ye kan anya Ghana nko asemu. There were 5 counts in that case. There were 5 counts.
Jina count no meba Kofi Nyakon e Holland. Also, Chairman, Airbus officials admitted they paid bribes and they have been fined $3 billion. Some countries whose officials were involved, like Sri Lanka, have been jailed. So the OSP should come again. This is international disgrace. Now to the counts.
Good. The first count was Malaysia. Asem kronwa Airbus kronwa jumedi omudi ohonum ni bia. Malaysia for yebu omufo yebu a asem ni tia Airbus ni asem bia. In fact, mamenka say 5 counts ni nyina no. Airbus je ni nyina ton mu. E pa achew omso mu for what we call plea bargain. Plea bargain. Deferred prosecution agreement. I suffer in a corporate plea bargain. And now in fact, they did so to avoid criminal prosecution.
Okay.
One, the stable court to do so much. Now I'm wasama yet in tina yen to aso part 2 because sabi wajiatum. Bakwame 5 counts ni 5 countries here kan nyina no. Jitum ni nekosi nyina no. Airbus as a corporate body company was fined the biggest ever fine as at that time. Inti a conclusion so conclusive a case say ye part of the Ghana the world no Ghana hano ye de be ye clear me nka say
they are card GO1 one GO1
me cry you see I am happy say and the advice was very good. A special prosecutor advice was very I'll finish on that advice. But media manager say your man penny sabio you say ne ho okay. But special prosecutor problem me ne won say asem no ye di when the court was properly constituted in UK, France and US no. Ni ebewie ye ne say chama I can send you the full judgment or copy will be so. Enya is a properly established judgment. Oh no him send ya judge for mu adi. Proper. Yeah, the fine that was given to Airbus was the biggest ever as at that time. Company baako asebio obon ebra pege na 3.9 billion fine. Nendie na say enye case a yenye de ti hade di agro ni bi. And so it happened. Say omo magia tumu a Ghana de ewom over 5 million pounds and that's 3 million pounds a omu tuetu ade ma Ghana officials and it was not paid to C4 consultant for. Who are the intermediaries?